Welcome, David Turner. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure, yeah. I'm Group Marketing Director for Unit 4, so I'm responsible for marketing worldwide. But I've also been responsible for bringing Unit 4 into Australia.
Now, Unit 4 was chosen to underpin the first independent shared services centre in the UK. Can you tell us a little bit about why Unit 4 was chosen to do that?
The UK government's struggled with big ERP implementations, which have been proved very complex, high cost of ownership, often haven't delivered on the sort of value that they were expecting. And Unit 4, with its Aggresso ERP product, has a track record of operating at a sort of local government level very successfully. We've done shared services very successfully, not just in the UK but also around the world. But because we're kind of a tier 2 ERP, we're not as expensive to buy, we're not as expensive to implement and to run. So cost was a big factor. But the other thing is that we offer real flexibility after the product's been implemented. So we recognise that organisations continue to change after they've implemented ERP, and Aggresso is very easy to change when change happens, and that's a big factor.
See, that's interesting because we are seeing an era where these disruptors are coming along and they're able to, be implemented faster, lower unit cost and all those things you just talked about. But how do you really get into the mind that it's okay to use you guys and not one of the big guys?
We like to be seen as a disruptor because we think we are. We want to really challenge the big ERP players. A lot of it's track record. We haven't come from nowhere. We've been around for 30 years. We've got this track record of, in the UK, local government. The other thing is that we can demonstrate that we continue to really invest in our product, so we keep it leading edge. So it's cloud-based. We're able to offer, now social, mobile, analytic capabilities. So we're right up to the leading edge, even though we've got that track record of 30 years, and that combination is really important.
In Australia, the cloud is recognised as one of the platforms for government and stated by the current government. But data has to be often hosted locally.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. In each country we operate now, we recognise that's an issue. So we make sure we set up either our own data centre or we work with local data centres that mean that the data's in country.
So when a business approaches you with requirements, what are some of the key things that they're looking to solve when they talk to you?
There's usually a few factors. One is cost, so they're probably trying to bring down the cost of the ongoing cost of ownership of their existing technology. They're probably looking to improve service to users, and that can mean just availability and ease of deployment. So cloud means that they can roll it out easily to new operations or new customers or new individuals. They're looking for much more collaboration across the piece. So things like social and mobile capabilities mean that they can roll the solution out to all their users, all their staff, but also, for example, to customers and to partners.
What's your entry strategy into Australia? How do you think that you can access the market here?
Okay, well, we've been in Australia for a number of years through business partners. So we do have customers here. Some of them are local, some of them are maybe subsidiaries of international organisations. We have some public sector customers too. But the business partner model is very important to us, so we're not going to come here and set up a huge organisation and take on all the work ourselves. We want to work with local specialists. So we'll work with our existing business partners, we'll build up a network of new business partners. And the idea is to really replicate our success in places like the UK, for example, where we have an ecosystem of suppliers who might provide services or advisory services.
So as shared services rolls out in Australia, what do you think will be some of the early areas that will adopt the shared services practice?
I think there's various areas, but I think one area in government is amongst the smaller agencies. There's huge potential there. You've got a lot of smaller agencies all running their own back office, and they just haven't got the scale to do that. So we've had success in other countries of bringing those small agencies together handling the back office for them, delivering the level of service they want, and in fact improving the level of service they're getting today.
Each of the states in Australia and the federal government are becoming very citizen-centric in their thinking. Yeah. Is there a role for shared services in delivering that?
Absolutely, yeah. I think there's a huge role, because firstly, it's just taking the headache of running the back office away, so that the departments can focus on the citizen. But also by having really state-of-the-art technology in the back office and being able to deliver that to the front office, you can support your frontline staff to be able to answer queries or offer self-service to citizens, which is of course a big drive for the digital kind of citizenship stuff.
Yeah, so it really is a big enabler of getting the public servants to be back facing the communities, as you say, instead of sitting in the back office filling in forms.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think the mistake people make with shared services is they think it's all about cutting costs. And actually that's only one element and probably not the most important. If you talk to people who've really succeeded, it's about improving value to the organisation and about them then increasing the service levels and the value they deliver to their customers.
And some of the results in the UK that they're starting to see now, what sort of feedback are you getting from the UK clients?
Very good. I mean, the central government, the Independent Shared Service Centre you mentioned, that's still ongoing, to be honest. We're in the middle of that. It's going well. We're on time, on target, on budget. So we're very excited about that, and we know, we're convinced ourselves it will deliver. But in the sort of local and what we call county level, a bit like your sort of states, we've been running shared services there for many years. So we've got a number of guys who are recording hard cash savings, which is great, hundreds of thousands of pounds a year that they're saving in back office, but also they are confirming that they're able to, it's enabled them to transform their whole business and offer better self-service to customers, to citizens.
Good, excellent. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks, David.